All right, time now is 2:05 p.m. on June 5th. Yesterday went strangely. Not strangely, but it's just such a weird feeling. I know this is supposed to be a normal thing, like meeting people and talking to people and all, but for me, it's just so weird. Like, it just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. It's like jumping from being a lonely, sore loser, me, to being a friggin' leader of a team of people you don't even know. And there should be a lot of stuff in between, like actually talking to people you know, and then talking to strangers individually, talking to a few strangers individually, and then all the way up there, like straight up leading them as a director of a film. I feel like I just went from crawling on the ground to straight up flying in the sky. And, pretty scary shit right there. Maybe for people like Kingsley, this is just like easy peasy, right? Leading people, have been doing it for all my life. But no, I've never done it. I've done it once and it totally backfired on me and it was terrible. So, yeah, that was scary. But yeah, I slept well, and I didn't watch Invincible yesterday. I just wanted to sleep, so I slept. And I woke up at around 1 p.m. I just had breakfast slash lunch, and then that's it. So what am I gonna do today? Nothing all that special. I'm gonna play Minecraft, do college homework, watch Invincible, and then Sword Art Online, and then I'm going to edit a Minecraft video, which I will actually do right now, because if I don't do that right now, then it would be too late to do that. Yes. So, yeah, there's that. Also, originally, I have to go out and help people shoot and film stuff on June 6th. That was canceled. So, there's that. So, yeah. Things. Not much else. Not much else. Not much else. I hope whatever my short film came to be won't be as derivative. Because originally my vision for the female demon is that she isn't like every time people think about female demons, ever since Rengu came out, everybody's just like, yeah, pitch black hair covering the face, white dress, oversized, crawling on the ground. And I'm like, that's exactly what I was trying to avoid, man. And so, pitch black hair is fine for me. And I asked the girl if she has, like, dresses. And she's like, no, I don't have dresses. I have a white dress, though. No, another actress said she has a white dress and that she would lend the actress for the female demon a white dress. So now the dress is white. And then the makeup artist, aka the short film guy's wife, came in and was like, oh, so, maybe we, put a lot of, like, white makeup so she would look pale. Then she would just become another Ringu girl. Then it's just so goddamn derivative, as if it's not derivative enough. Originally, I legit thought, okay, she's gonna wear something a little fancier. She's gonna be like Anita Mui in Rouge, right? She's gonna wear like some 1920s dress or anything. But except I don't know, because like I don't know, but I can't afford that, right? But yeah, there's that. Well, I'm still really hesitant on making movies because every time I make one I feel selfish. I'm not doing this because I'm doing this for greater good. I'm not doing this because it's business or anything. I'm doing this because I want to. It's totally selfish. This entire project comes from a very selfish starting point, and if I keep reminding myself of that, I would feel terrible for all these people working for me. So I'd like to think that I'm doing this to redeem myself after the last 2 short films which I did, which are terrible, which were terrible. Um, it is a kind of a redemption. So, um, to be honest, if I finish this, I probably won't make conspiracies because it's just too much work. I just want to rest for the rest of my days in Hong Kong. Like, that's it, man. Fuck it all. As much as I love to make that conspiracy short film, um, yeah, I just probably won't be able to do that. And unless this short film becomes really successful and I get a lot of money from it, which I don't see how, unless that happens, I probably won't do the conspiracy short film, to be honest. I probably won't do that. So, hey, at least it's better than nothing. I mean, but yeah, I'm upset. I'm definitely very fucking upset that I can't make the conspiracy short film, obviously. But they're just, I mean, if you are a filmmaker, you know that there are certain passion projects that takes years, if not decades, to finally do. And by then, everyone you want to work with are already super old, and you have to find new people. And the times have changed, but you still have to put this project out. Every filmmaker has to face this, you know? So, it's depressing, but that's the reality. Yeah. Alright, time now is June 5th on 2021. Yeah, the film, the reality TV show Bible assignment is absolute garbage. I fucking hate doing it. I finished 1 page of it. But yeah, I hate doing it. I really do. In fact, I went onto the Discord server of our film course, in which nobody speaks usually. I asked them, are visuals necessary? And I don't expect an answer, but if there is one, then I would be grateful. Anyways, Cedric suddenly, a little earlier, like half an hour ago ish, Cedric typed Keck in the very, very old WhatsApp group formed between me, Cedric, Natalie, Jordana, and Leo. And is Pink there? Damn me if Pink is there. I need to check. But yeah, I don't know why he would do that. I also I know that this WhatsApp group exists, but I momentarily forgot about it. And either way, Natalie's in this group. I won't speak to her. Natalie fucking hates Jordana, so Natalie probably won't, use this group. Natalie and Pink are not on good terms. There's that. Pink and Jordana doesn't really like each other all that much. I mean, it's fine, but meh. Leo too. I mean, Leo doesn't hate anyone. Neither does anyone hate Leo, but, they're from different clans. And, yeah. There's no point for this group to exist. I might as well just quit. But I'm not gonna, because but I'm not gonna, because there's no point in doing anything. So yeah, right now it's 11:30. I'm gonna do some anthropology homework. I'm gonna watch an episode of Invincible, and then that's it. I'm going to bed. Yay. Yeah, still haven't replied to Natalie. I don't really expect myself replying to her at all. However, I did speak to Pink and Zara a little bit on my short film, which is really nice. They're actually nice people. Yeah. I'm just glad that, they're nice. Unlike Natalie. But, yeah. Essentially, Cedric typed Keck, and then Natalie quickly, because she's so busy, quickly responded WDYW, which means, what do you want? Very threatening. Maybe she's trying to type, what do you mean? But it was WDYW, so what do you want? Like, why are you suddenly typing in this group? And now, I don't know what's going on between Natalie and Cedric, but I don't think they're speaking to each other as well, to be honest. So Natalie's probably like, man, Cedric, you're not my friend anymore. I mean, I have a boyfriend, I'm fucking him. And Natalie yesterday or today, I think today, had dinner with Oliver and Grant again. Good for them. Still having friends, still hanging out. Good for them. I don't fucking care. But Natalie probably doesn't even care about Cedric at all. Cedric's just fucking abandoned. And I feel bad for him. Because, just like me, he's a human too, and he deserves care and respect. But of course, why would Natalie ever care or respect anyone unless she's horny for them or anything, you know? Like me. Why would Natalie ever care or respect about me? The same applies to Cedric. Why would Natalie ever care or respect for Cedric? She never did. I can't see that she did. Maybe Natalie would, like, be kind towards Cedric if Cedric does randomly show up in Hong Kong and somehow run into her. But normally, Natalie probably wouldn't even think about talking to Cedric, because to Natalie, Cedric is gone. To her, he's gone. And it really shows, because the first thing she ever says after a long time to him is, what do you want? A little bit threatening. Anyways, Cedric explained, saying that, oh yeah, I just stumbled into this group, so just whatever, just ignore me. And then, of course, Natalie would just ignore him, because Natalie's so busy with her 12,000 jobs and her awesome boyfriend. So, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything. I read it. Maybe I shouldn't have, because now Natalie knows that I'm alive. That's a little, but it's whatever. It's whatever. But times have changed, man. This is the new age. This is the new age, man. This is the new age. This is the age where I change. I'm not like before anymore, okay? I don't fucking care about Natalie anymore. As long as Mary doesn't... I mean, Mary probably doesn't care about me, but if Mary doesn't, then I don't have to care about people either. I don't have to. And, I'm gonna focus on whatever I have to focus now. Our lives are separated. The only people that I will still consider friends is Zara, maybe Miriam, maybe Leo Pink, and also maybe Cedric. I mean, we're not close, but I sympathize with him. And also Nick, definitely. And then that's it. And I'm friends with them because being friends is a cool thing. But when you're friends with Natalie, it's not a cool thing. The only reason one would ever be friends with Natalie is that there is some sort of benefit or there is some sort of advantage out of it. And in this case, definitely not. When our lives are this different, when our lives are this separated. The stuff she likes aren't even the stuff I like. So even if I speak to someone like Anthony, hey, at least we can talk about Attack on Titan. But with Natalie, I mean, Natalie used to watch Attack on Titan, but I don't fucking care anymore, okay? I don't fucking care about her anymore. So that's it. End of story. I'm gonna do some homework and watch an episode of Invincible. Yay. Alright, so it is currently June 5th. It is roach season. I was gonna drink some water, and there was a roach inside my cup. I immediately put it in the kitchen sink and poured some dishwashing soap over it. And is it dead? I don't know. Oh god, I think it is dead. It was still moving a couple seconds ago, but it appears that it's suffocated in the dishwashing soap. I defeated a large roach today. Disgusting large roach. And its wings falling apart. Or a shell, because it doesn't have any wings. I don't know. Oh well. Alright, time now is 2:14, nope, 2:15, 2:16 p.m. on June 5th, 6th. I couldn't fall asleep yesterday. Not immediately. I went to bed really friggin' late, unfortunately, but I couldn't sleep for an entire hour. So I went to bed at around 3:50, and then I couldn't fall asleep until 5 or something. Anyways, woke up at around 1, and just had lackluster breakfast / lunch. Now I'm about to continue on my day. I had a dream, and it was such a weird, complex dream. Not complex, but a strange dream, because I was with Leo, Jordana, and Natalie, and a few others, and we were inside a boat, and we were in an English oral lesson, and yeah, just it was really weird. And Natalie's there, and I hated her, and Leo's there, and he's nice, and then suddenly we're supposed to be fighting a war, and so I went upshore. I and 2 other younger boys, we went upshore. We went onto the surface level of the boat, and we saw enemies, and I sent one of them down, but it was already too late. The boat was already really near the enemies, and they started shooting. And they were wearing white, like high-tech white suits, and they carried these high-tech guns, and they were just shooting at us, and it was too late. I tried to climb back down the ladder into the inside of the boat, and I did. The hole was super small, and I could barely fit in. And when I went down, the entire room was plasticized. Maybe they're dead, who knows. So I went back up, and one of the kids passed me a grenade. But I was halfway through the hole, and I had to throw the grenade at an enemy who's holding a gun, and I couldn't aim because I was on a boat, the boat was rocking, and I was halfway through the ladder well. I was in a very terrible situation there, but I have to throw it now and then. So I threw the grenade, and it missed the person. The person was literally a few meters away from me, from the shore, holding a gun, and the person immediately dodged it, and it exploded. So yeah, war dream. I had a war dream. Anyways, I'm not gonna do too much today. Reviews, homework, and all that stuff. In the Discord server of my film script writing course, someone actually replied. I asked if visuals are necessary, and someone named, ironically named Natalie, replied to me saying that, yes, it definitely helps, but me personally, I won't be using any of them. So, whatever, man. I'm gonna try and make this assignment good, but I probably am going to get another C, and I probably wouldn't care at all, you know. And also some anthro homework, and some film homework maybe, like some film 1 homework, and then that's it. And, stuff, things, yeah. And, I guess, looking forward to June 9th. Yeah. All right. Time now is 11:50 p.m. Just spent a considerable amount of time doing my stupid reality TV show Bible. It's stupid. You know, I picked a good topic for reality TV show Bible because I picked a documentary series about Hong Kong protests, so at least I have passion when I write it, but still the idea of writing a reality TV show is just the utmost stupidity. So, yeah. I'm gonna do I actually already read one article for my anthropology course. I don't want to read another. Um, I'm gonna listen to some lectures and then I'm gonna watch some sword art online, and then that's it for today. Just screw it all. Tomorrow I will also have a lot of homework and reviews and whatnot, whatever, and stuff, and things, and explosions, and yeah, that's all. Not much else to talk about. I want to hang out with people, like Miriam and Zara and stuff. Even though it's only been like 19 days since I've had dinner with Leo and Pink. And before that, I had to wait for over 50 days. But, yeah. I don't want to feel like a friggin' loser. I want to hang out with people. That's what's going on. So, yeah. Alright, time now is 1:10 p.m. on June 7th. I set an alarm at around 1. No, not 1, 11 a.m. But I was so friggin' tired. So I decided to go back to sleep. And then I woke up and then it's already 12:20. But yeah, hey, at least it's earlier than yesterday, so there's that. Anyways, I'm going to be very busy today. Now, I don't want my YouTube to interfere with my college stuff and my short film stuff, so I'm gonna sacrifice my YouTube time to do some more actual important stuff, like my college stuff. So I'm gonna do a lot of college homework today. I have a reality TV show Bible to finish, which is still extremely stupid. I have lots of anthropology homework to do. I literally have an anthropology exam. I have to do that exam 3 days later, and I have like 2 chapters worth of material that I haven't gone over yet. Not 2 chapters. Yeah, 2 chapters in one book, 1 chapter in another textbook, another 40 minutes of lecture, a bunch of articles, and a 3-hour-long video. Amazing. Yeah, I'm not gonna do maths. I have to finish a film homework today as well, a film 1 homework, and then that's all. Yeah, I had a really weird dream where I found a box of zombies, like chopped up zombies, like zombie limbs and zombie heads and all that. And at first I found it amusing, and I decided to send that box of zombies, like normally you would send an email to a bunch of people, and people would receive these boxes of zombies and they would be confused. But at the end, I realized that was a terrible decision, because the zombies may eat me alive when I go to bed. So an old woman gave me some stuff, which is like a mixture of cereal and blueberries, and I had to lay it on the ground behind the door so that when I sleep, it sort of like creates a force field to push away the zombies. But somehow I suddenly found the box of zombies at the end. I screamed in fear. I started running, and then I found my own bedroom, this one I'm in right now, and I looked at myself on my own bed, and guess what I found? Stickman. Like, it is a human figure, but it was completely black, and it was very skinny, and it's basically a stick. And then when I saw that, I screamed. I was so scared, I screamed. So yeah, that was an ominous dream. Ominous, ominous, ominous. But yeah, aside from that, just college homework. That's all I'm gonna do today. And I'm gonna watch City of God tonight, and then probably probably edit a travel vlog video of sorts. Yeah, nothing else important to talk about. All right, it is 11:49 p.m. I'm not in the mood to do anything. I really am not in the mood to do anything. I think it's because like so little has happened to me in March, April, and a majority of May, and then suddenly in the last 2-3 weeks, my life is sort of picking up its pace again because I have a lot of college stuff to do and the short film stuff. And I just spoke to 7 female strangers in one night. Like it's a pretty traumatic experience. No weakness can be shown. Um, but it's a good thing that I'm friends with people like Zara, Pink. Like, I don't freak out when I speak to people of the opposite gender because, like, I have just as many male friends as I do female friends. I'm very egalitarian. Still. Yeah, I did a lot of stuff today. I skipped around. I watched a 3-hour long Inuit film from my anthropology course, but I did skip around a little bit because it's 3 hours. It's very slow paced. But I'm glad I saw bits of it. I did finish reading an article for my anthropology course. I finished all the discussion posts that I had to do for my anthropology course, and the only thing left for me to do, I've also finished the lectures, right? And the only thing for me to do in the course is the final exam, and I still have 2 chapters of a textbook and 1 chapter of another textbook to finish. I'm gonna put maths away now. Film 1 discussion post, I did that. And film 1 exam is all that's left. I just finished the reality TV show Bible. It looks pretty damn good. Not gonna lie, I picked some cool ass photos for it. Still, it's kind of garbage, but I have to present it tomorrow morning, so hopefully it's fine. So yeah, pretty productive day on the college side of things. Not so productive on the YouTube side of things. I edited a travel vlog. Pretty cool. Yeah. I'm gonna watch City of God, and I don't know. I'm just not in the mood for watching a movie right now, to be honest. Though I kinda also at the same time want to watch because it's not like I can watch it tomorrow because I'm planning to do a review tomorrow, and then on the 9th I have to film. I have to go film. I have to leave my place at around 3 p.m. So on Wednesday, I have to wake up early at 7 to go for math class, and then after math class, I'm gonna go back to sleep for maybe 3 hours, or 2, to be honest. I don't have much time. And then afterwards, at around 12, I'm gonna have lunch at around 12. At 12:30, I'm gonna film my college anthropology video thing. I'm gonna film it, edit it, and then immediately after editing it, I'm gonna head out and go film my short film. And a big question is, how am I gonna edit it? I have no idea because I don't have an editing software in my laptop. No way am I gonna edit it in my crappy PC. Maybe I'll go to the company to edit it. Who knows? But that is that essentially. So yeah, hopefully after I'm done with these final exams, I'm gonna tell Leo and Pink. I'm gonna tell Zara and Miriam. I almost said Zirium. Zara and Miriam. And by the way, these are not their real names, and I'm really impressed that I'm so accustomed to saying their pseudonyms. But yeah, I'm gonna tell Zara and Miriam. I'm gonna tell Leo and Pink. Hopefully, we can hang out a little bit together. And that's it for today. Yay! I'm gonna do a little college homework now, and then I'm gonna watch City of God, and then I'm gonna go to bed. And hopefully, that's enough time for me today. Yay! Alright, so time now is 8:49 a.m. in the morning on June 8th. I slept for 2.5 hours today, so you don't know this because I didn't show it on camera, but I drank a cup of bubble tea yesterday, and it was good. I like it, but I know I can't drink it too late because I won't be able to sleep. Turns out I was right, and I couldn't fall asleep until 5:30. And I even took 3 small sleeping pills at around 4, at around 4:15, knowing that I'm not going to be able to fall asleep. But I didn't actually go to bed. Like, I didn't actually fall asleep until 5:30. And at around 6, I suddenly, abruptly woke up again, and then I went back to bed. Like, I fell back asleep, and then it's 8:15. So it's about 2.5 hours, which is great. And my laptop monitor, my laptop screen is dirty as hell. It's so much dust. It's astonishing. Yeah. The professor actually gave a response back before I actually slept. The professor actually gave a response to my reality TV show Bible and told me that to bring up the characters and make me follow the characters so that it would be more compelling. And he speaks as if it's already a really compelling idea for a reality TV show, for a documentary, not a reality TV show. And I'm just like, I'm just like, you know, he's gonna sound really nice and all, and then he's just gonna give me a C. So who knows? But 9 minutes later, I'm gonna go into my Film 20 class, and I will at some point present my TV show Bible. I'm sleepy as hell, and hopefully I am going to survive and say something cool and keep calm and all that good stuff. Yeah. For the rest of today, I'm not going to do too much. I won't be able to go back to sleep. I won't be able to do a re-sleep because this class goes all the way till 12:30 or something. Yeah, I have college homework to do as well still, even though not as much. I can happily say that I don't have as much college homework to do today as yesterday. I still have some, especially in the anthropology department. And I have to prepare for tomorrow's short film filming, which will be canceled if it rains, and that would suck. Yeah, I'm just gonna try my very best to sleep as early as possible today. I'm just gonna try my very best. And, yeah, that is all. What the fuck? Why does everyone have a PowerPoint? What? Why the hell does everyone have a PowerPoint?
Judge would rotate that revolved around like the genre given.
Why? Alright, just finished my film script writing class like a few seconds ago, and goddamn, it was insufferable. It was totally insufferable. It was boring as hell, and yeah, it's just terrible. I didn't turn on the camera because I lost my motivation to, and yeah, it appears that my whole thing is just structurally very convoluted, and I don't know what makes it so insufferable is all the reality TV show ideas is like, ooh, we're gonna make bachelorettes, whatever that shit is, but with LGBTQ. oh, I'm gonna make an entire documentary about people with AIDS, which is a pretty good idea, but there were so many ideas like this. Oh, we're gonna throw a music festival, but inclusive. Just show like shock the world with like how inclusive we are with people of different races and sexualities, and like it's just, and there's an entire show about like drag queens again, and it's just so bubbly, so bright, so plain, and it's so insufferable. And I just, this reality TV show thing, it's stupid as fuck. It's stupid as fuck. I don't know if it's like a cultural difference or not. I hope not, because the stuff I'm gonna write and direct when I arrive at USA isn't going to be nearly as bubbly or as plain as day or as like just bright as like these ideas, man. Just oh my god. But yeah, I don't want to do homework today at all, but I have to. I'm gonna read some anthropology textbook and prepare for the short film shooting tomorrow. If tomorrow goes well, tomorrow might actually be the best day of the year so far. And I look forward to tomorrow, even though I'm also equally as nervous. I think, I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but one of the actresses who are working in my short film is planning a 30-minute long short film. And when she told me, like during the self introduction, I'm like, what? 30-minute? And here's the thing, man. Ever since the end of 2017, I've been developing this conspiracy short film. And for 3 years, I kept rewriting it. And I still failed. So much so that I just gave up. So if she can do it, I wish I could do something like that too. But yeah, essentially, there is that. Just, yeah, disappointing shit ass film course. It's not the worst course I've ever taken. It's still nowhere near as boring and bland and as terribly structured as that chemistry course. And nowhere near as also boring as that psychology course. Not as time wasting as the film introductory course. The film introductory course, essentially, you can just skip it. The whole thing is a wasteland, essentially. But it's still just so bad. But anthropology course, on the other hand, is amazing. It's actually fantastic. And I love the film noir course as well. But, yeah, this is garbage. I'm gonna go look at Rate My Professor, and let's see what are people's thoughts on this course. Cause, oh my god, this is terrible. I don't want to write reviews on there because I hate. I don't do stuff like that. But I'm just so curious as to what people think of this course. Film 20. Such a nice guy, an industry professional who clearly know what he's talking about. But that's 2019. February 18th, 2021. Okay, so no one in this class currently has written a review. Probably one of my favorite professors so far. Blah, 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 blah. He knows the industry. Okay, awful. Class was okay, but not structured well. Yeah, it's not so great. Not so great. Fucking hell. I don't wanna do anything like this anymore. Originally, I planned to take the advanced scriptwriting course. Hell no. If it's more of the same, I'm gonna just drop that shit. Like, it's so goddamn disappointing. Yeah, it's like 12:03 afternoon right now, and I'm just gonna have some lunch and whatever. Ugh, god damn it. I just want to talk. It's 12:05 p.m. I'm not in the mood to do anything, and I'm not even that hungry to have lunch. I just want to say some stuff, just express my thoughts and opinions. Yeah, I miss Mary. Mary's really elusive. Usually finding photos, well, photos are a little easier, but audio clips of people's voices, that's a little harder. And yeah, it's really difficult for me to find like an audio clip of Mary, of her voice. But there is one, and damn, it's so rare. It's like a diamond in the in a sea of coal. I hope she's doing well. um, I don't know why, but I still believe that when I arrive at the USA, people are going to be 10 times as boring as they are, or they were. People are boring now. People are boring nowadays, and people from the USA are probably 10 times more boring. And then California, like people from California are probably 3 times more boring than people from the East Coast. Like California is like to be fair, there are a lot of diverse races, but that is also partially why it's so watered down, because everyone has to water themselves down in order to communicate with others, which is not a bad thing. It's inclusion, but this just waters everything down, and everybody just becomes a fucking cardboard essentially. Yeah, so I want to get this film course over with. I'm actually not that excited about going to USA. Normally I would be very excited going to places, but I'm actually not. I miss Hong Kong, man. I miss this place. There are people here. What I love the most about this place is not even this place itself. It's the people. It's Mary. That's what I'm gonna miss. I'm not gonna miss Natalie. Maybe I'll think about her, which is bad. I wish I could have an amnesia and forget about her, but I'm still gonna miss Mary. I'm still gonna miss Leo and Pink and Zara. They're good friends, especially Leo and Pink. But yeah, it's a good thing that I haven't made a lot of friends in Hong Kong, actually, because emotional attachments in Hong Kong, and then I had to go to the USA. It's just gonna be a nightmare. But yeah, I'm not particularly excited. I just don't think my life is gonna get any better when I arrive there. A lot of people, especially, I don't know, maybe I'm being a little bit too arrogant here, but I feel like people usually in my age would think that, oh, my life would change. My life's gonna finally get better. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I know I haven't been through enough shit in life, but I've been through enough in life to know that my life is not going to get any better from here on out. I've reached peak life in Form 2 when I was 12 years old, when I was 13 years old. And that peak lasted for like 2 months. Actually 1. And then everything from there on is just downhill. And even if I become successful emotionally, mentally, it's all downhill from here. I will never be able to enjoy my life ever. It's it's kind of tragic, So even if I stay in Hong Kong, I would never be able to enjoy my life ever. Like, again, hanging out with friends, it's cool, it's pleasurable, but it doesn't have that impact that it used to have anymore. Back in the school days, hanging out with friends is like one more point in your prestige, It's one more prestige point, and it holds a lot of impact, and feeling included, feeling like there's someone that relates to you is so precious, so rare. And it literally means jack shit nowadays. Nowadays, even if I have friends, I meet them, I say hi, I have fun, then what? Nothing ever comes out of anything. I can make short films, I fucking fail, I give up, that's it. Or maybe I succeed, which is rare. If I do, I'm happy. But that's it. There's no unpredictability in life. There is no unpredictability. That is the main point that I'm trying to make here, is that why live when you already know what's going to happen to you in the future? For sure, you're not going to know the details, but you're going to vaguely know whatever's going to happen to you in the future, unless you fucking die in a car crash, or a plane crash, or whatever. But nothing life-changing will happen to me, probably. I don't think so. Because from what I've experienced in the last 393 days or so, I don't know, maybe 94, maybe 392, 393, 394, I don't know. But about 400 days. From what I've experienced in the past 400 days, nothing ever happens. Aside from the short film, which is great, but it's all happening according to project, according to plan. Not exactly, because I didn't end up making conspiracies, but still, it's something similar. Nothing life-changing is going to happen. I'm just being me, people are being themselves, things are being themselves, everything's normal. It doesn't feel like I'm living in a TV show or a novel or anything like that. It doesn't feel like I'm living a story. It doesn't feel like I'm living a life. It just feels like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And it's so, like, I've lost it. Living used to be fun because everything's so unpredictable back then. Everything's like, what if Natalie suddenly comes up to me and stab me? You know, what if Jeffrey suddenly decides to betray me and join Keith and attack me? You know, those days were so unpredictable. It was so fun. I've never had so much fun in my life. I've never had so much fun in my life. That was the most fun I've had ever. And that is drama, man. Just the lies and betrayals and secrets and deception and people hating on each other and planning on fighting each other, like delusions, paranoia. This is fun. This is fun shit because it's dramatic. It's like I'm in a TV show. And I've never had so much fun in my life and didn't expect myself to have so much fun in this turmoil, in this field of hatred and anger. It's actually so goddamn fun. And I know that Mary had a hard time, but judging by how she described it, she low-key also thinks that it's kind of fun, but only low-key because she also had a pretty good life later in the future. Like later in Forms 4 to 6, she said she had a near perfect life. Well, good for her. I'm happy for Mary for being happy. And then I told her that, well, my senior years are pretty damn depressing. Just being honest here. Just being honest. You know, I don't want Mary to think of me like I'm some just some person, like a person, having friends and stuff. I'm a fucking loser and I accept it. Okay? I accept it. I face that fact like a man. And yeah, that is the truth, man. That is the truth. Yeah, just if only life is a little bit more unpredictable, just a little bit, I would be really happy. It's the unpredictability. It's not about how well I'm doing, honestly. It's more about how dramatic it is for me to do anything really. One really memorable moment in the last 2 years of my life is August 18th. The first time I actually went on a full-fledged protest. I lied to my parents, and I walked all the way from friggin' Victoria Park to the Island West on foot. And it was raining, and it was chaotic, and I've never experienced anything like this. And it was unpredictable because the police may come out of nowhere and fucking massacre us. Fucking commit a massacre. But that didn't happen. But that was still very memorable. And I also had a lot of fun on that day. I mean, it wasn't fun. It was nightmarish. And I suffered. My legs were broken, and everything was wet. The camera was nearly damaged because it was raining so hard, and it was insanely tiring, but I've had fun. It was a fun thing. People have parties like I haven't even experienced like like crazy parties, and I'm not a huge alcohol person, so the fun I perceive and the fun I've had are usually nightmares. like people drama with lots of lies and deceit and betrayal, political thriller, protests. Those are the fun things I've ever experienced. Those are the most fun things I've ever experienced. Traveling is really fun too. The one thing about traveling is that I kind of made a mistake. Even though my Europe trip in 2018 was truly a very memorable trip, it was not that enjoyable, to be honest. Half the time I was fucking pissed because living with my family for like an entire month completely is actually very frustrating. And also the fact that like I planned out everything, where to go, how long, like there's no unpredictability. Um, if I could name a fun trip, it would be the Taiwan trip solely because I didn't know what the hell's going on. So there's unpredictability. Or the Malaysia trip because again I didn't plan it. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Um, the most fun trip I've ever had probably still Europe, but yeah, it's just Japan because again I didn't plan it. I didn't know what's going on. Unpredictability is very important. That is what's fun about life. I guess. From an 18-year-old. This is my opinion. What made life worth living is the same reason why a TV show is worth watching. If it's unpredictable, it has good conflicts, it has good characters, like likable, interesting characters, then yeah, I'll watch it. And as of now, there's none of that. Alright, time now is 12:04 after midnight. I just spent 2.5 hours, I'm not even kidding, just 2.5 hours sitting down, reading an entire chapter, and I'm talking about 30 pages of a textbook. And it was grueling, okay? It was a grueling task, plus half a chapter in my other textbook. And I'm done with all the reading exercises now. I'm good, I'm clear. That's it. Yeah, of course, preparations for tomorrow's big day, probably the biggest day of 2021. Probably the biggest day of my entire life since the end of the DSEs, which is a huge deal, man. It's a huge deal. It's been 400 days where nearly nothing happens. Tomorrow marks great change. Just as important, if not even more important, than the DSE results release day, that is July 22nd, 2020. I remember these dates so clearly because in wastelands like this I'm living in right now, like these dates, they're important. Like September 10th, Love Train, best day of 2020. I remember that. Speaking of September 10th, Natalie texted me again with a second attempt. This time, instead of saying something about Eminem or whatever music, she said, also, I had lunch, or was it dinner, with Miss Solomon. which is really, I guess I'm not going to say surprising, because she and Miss Solomon have been pretty friendly to one another, and they have like each other's WhatsApp. Miss Solomon, the as you can recall in my Life and Death of the Detective video, an evil and unpredictable, very chaotic visual arts teacher who is short, fat. I'm gonna say fat. I'm not even gonna try to like water down my words in order to be more friendly and polite. I'm just gonna be on the nose with this one. She's fat. And she's a very interesting character. How she sort of teach people is cruel. You know, she uses very cruel methods, and ultimately, she's trying to teach people as a teacher, and that comes from a good place. But the way she teaches, it's very strict. Like, if a bunch of Hong Kongers can't stand her, I doubt that softer kids in other cultures. And I hate saying things like this. It's so ethnocentric, but what I'm just trying to say here is that Miss Solomon is probably the scariest teacher I've ever came across in my entire life. But yeah, Natalie, of course, had dinner with Miss Solomon. One weird person having dinner with another weird person. Not surprising. And I'm not gonna reply to her. That's what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, as far as tomorrow goes, the absolute big day. And it's so friggin' big, it's such an important day that I won't even tell Cedric or Natalie that this day is going to happen, that I'm going to make this short film. And they're not even going to know. It's going to be so funny. They're not even going to know that I've already planned everything. I've got. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Just weeks ago, I'm still whining and ranting over my script rewrites. Like I can't, my dialogues, the premise, the characters, the everything, they all suck, and I have to rewrite them over and over and over and over again. It's so problematic, and I'm still stuck at square one. I've been stuck at square one for over 3 years already. So much so that I had to give up my conspiracy short film just to do this Dreams of an Empty Street short film. Dreams. I'm just gonna call it Empty Street or Dreams. Empty Street is a little bit more appropriate than Dreams. Empty Street. But little does Natalie or Cedric know, or the rest of the world, like Oliver, Grant, Kingsley, Jordana, Mary. Damn, Mary doesn't know, but I'm gonna be sure. I'm gonna surprise her. I'm gonna impress her, and I hope she likes it, man. I hope she likes it, because the film is ultimately based on the feeling of being a loser, not dating anyone. But also, the female demon character is partially inspired by Mary, because at some point in Form 4, I'm like, damn, wouldn't it be cool if Mary is actually secretly like a half human, half demon of sorts? Or some sort of evil supernatural entity, anyways. It has to be evil. If it's like good, then it's not cool. And so partially this concept is born from Mary, so I hope Mary picks that up, even though she probably wouldn't understand it. Like, why? I listen to BTS. Why would you consider me a demon? But little does everyone know. I guess Zara and Leo and Pink and Miriam probably doesn't know too. And I'm gonna tell her like tomorrow, like, haha, in 60 minutes I'm gonna arrive and actually shoot the damn film. But little do they know, I already got the producer got me the actresses, I got a PA, the actors and actresses, I got them, and the PA, who I think is 1 year younger than me, but he's like a little bit, bigger, acts very mature, and he just made the call sheet, and it was like who, when, what, and he sent it in the Signal group, and I already have, like, I'm saying it with pride here. I have a PA working for me who typed up a call sheet for a short film that I fucking wrote. How did this happen? How did this happen? How did any of this happen? This is fucking ridiculous. And we picked it. We have the schedule. We have the location. We visited the location. Location scouting, done. Done. Right? Meeting, rehearsals, done. We even have the producer's wife, his wife, makeup artist. I even talked to the actresses a little bit beforehand, like, and of course the actor, like, wear clothes that have bright colors, and better be plain, not have any brand logos, duh. And maybe it seems a little unnecessary, but if you think about it, when you're seriously trying to make a short film, and you really care about the colors, the mise en scène, you know what I mean? Like, a dress code is very important, and it's nothing that complicated. I originally asked for yellowish, orange-ish clothes. A lot of them don't have yellowish, orangish clothes. Duh, who would? So they resorted with, like, pink and white. But some of them still have yellow and orange. So I got the dress codes down, I got the locations, the budget is handled, $15,000 cheaper than the one I did last time, but I'm not pretty confident, but I know that I now have the enough knowledge and the capability to make this one way better than the last ones, than any other videos I've ever done, any other mediums, any other art forms I've ever done. I'm not trying to say that this short film was going to be great. Even now, I think the premise is kind of flawed. It's kind of shoddy. The story isn't that interesting, and the more I try to direct it, the more derivative it becomes. Like, I want this to be somewhat dreamy, like supernatural thing, but I don't want the focus to be to shift on dating. Like, it's not just about dating; it's about desperation, And the idea of a female demon, I want the female demon to be unconventional, not something that you can immediately spot. But the actress only has a white dress, and at one point during the rehearsal, the producer, the 30-year-old guy, the producer / short film guy, even suggested her to add some zombie movements like head cracks and all that. And I said no, because I want her to be this elegant thing. And I just hope it doesn't become conventional mainstream. I hope there's swear words in this thing, because without it, it's just going to be even more generic and derivative. And I'm going to try to prevent that as much as possible. I'm going to try to mix in some weird reversed sound clips. I'm going to color grade the whole thing into purple. I'm going to make these really unconventional fonts as title sequences, not make, but use. Like, I'm going to try to make my short film, like, originally, I even had the idea to have this short film be in a weird aspect ratio, just because why not? But because I can't explain why when people ask me why am I putting this movie in a 4:3, or even a lighthouse ratio, like 1 to 1.69, like, why? I wouldn't be able to answer. So at the end, you know what? Just screw it. But yeah, 4:3, that makes sense. We're shooting in HD. But yeah, after this short film, though, I don't think I'll ever be able to financially recover from this. A. B. I won't have the energy or the time or resources or money to be able to pull off something like this. my conspiracy short film is phenomenal. It is my passion project. I've always wanted to make a short film about this ever since the end of 2017. Even now, I still want to write a short film about this school life conspiracies, but I can't. But if I can, I definitely will, but I can't. So I'm just gonna settle with this, call it a victory, and move on. And that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'm done with anthropology. Like, I mean, I love it, but I'm just so done with it right now. Yeah. I'm gonna just take a little rest now. I'm gonna watch 2 episodes of Invincible. I'm gonna go to bed. That's it. That is it. My hair is fine. So tomorrow I have a very tight schedule. I have to wake up early for math class, and then I have to go back to sleep. Directing a film when you're sleepy, hell nah. Like, I recall that time in 2017 when I had to film some stuff in the middle of the night. It was 3 a.m. in the morning, and I was so sleepy I was unclear of what's going on, and basically the cinematographer, like the camera woman, and the other people, they just did it for me. Like, I was so passive. And I'm gonna make sure I don't do that this time. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be very noisy this time. I'm gonna not try to over direct, but last time it was a bit of a failure. Not a bit, very big failure, because yeah, I have 2 exams to do on Thursday, on June 10th. And I have to finish one before 3 p.m. for the anthropology. I for sure can't do that tomorrow. Yeah. Alright. Signing off.